Hello and welcome to another episode of Unpacked and Oversharing. I'm Carly and this is my friend Gemma, and for those that aren't watching the video, I'm not talking about my original co-host Gemma. I'm talking about my good friend of 12 years who I'm currently holidaying in Melbourne with. Gemma, she joins me now. Hey.
Hey Carly, how are you?
Good. Now let's just give a backstory of how you've arrived on the couch with me today.
Yes.
You've been dragged here.
Yes. No, I'm happy to be here.
No, I do appreciate this because like a lot of things, and I'm starting to learn with this podcast, it's a bit of a journey, guys. And thank you to everyone that's been on it with me. Obviously, I did say I brought my gear here to Melbourne. Now, when I tell you the events that have happened with my guest, there's been a death, and of course the doorbell rings right now. As I was just saying, everything that can go wrong at this podcast is currently going on. I'm just going to answer that.
Let's answer the doorbell, Carly. Let's see what's going on.
No, that was not Avon calling.
That was Avon. I was like, what's happening here? I'm like, is there a special guest in the house?
As I was just saying, things have been a little chaotic. So I did have some special guests lined up in Melbourne, and all of the reasons are genuine. Like, no one's been flaky. There was literally a death. Someone ended up in hospital. Everyone's okay. I just want to preface that by saying, and they're people that I will get on in the future. So I have all the gear ready to go. And I was like, you know what? You are one of the funniest, most entertaining people I know. And why wouldn't I bring you on the pod? Thank you, Gem, so much.
I'm very happy to do it.
I'm so happy. I know you're a little unprepared. So what we're going to do is we're going to run through the normal format of an episode. And I'm really excited to bring you in on that. So let's kick it off with our unpack stack. Okay, so this is something I only started last episode, the unpack stack, where I basically stack up things throughout the week that we want to unpack. So this one we watched together, the MAFS final vows.
Yes.
Now you and I were very vocal during the episode.
We were, I must say. We were quite vocal.
What was the most shocking thing from MAFS final vows for you?
I think there were probably two things that really were just like, whoa, bit mind blown. I think when Alyssa and David was giving his final vows, and I think when I guess when Alyssa didn't have the opportunity to provide her final vows, essentially.
It's crazy because I feel like you're going against the grain with that.
Oh, I know.
Only because a lot of people were like, mic drop moment. David finally got his voice.
I mean, I see two sides to it. I feel like, yes.
I should also just interject here because I don't think I gave you a proper introduction. Gemma is more than qualified to give social commentary because she is a certified counsellor. Like, she actually, and that's going to be helpful for the diving into the DM segment. So continue. So
with
your qualified advice.
Me, I like to see the both sides of things. So I think, yes, at first I thought, David really did take his power back, I feel, in that moment, and he finally felt like he had a voice to express how he felt. But then I feel like it's important to see kind of both sides of things, and I think it would have been interesting, for Alyssa to have that moment to really, express how she felt about the situation, or, throughout their journey on MAFS.
I agree. I guess the one that was the hardest to watch was Beck and Denny.
That's the other one too.
Now, look, let's give some behind the scenes. We ended up sending Beck a voice note, which she responded to straight away. And we were on delay because we didn't actually watch it when everyone else did. So we had to avoid the internet for spoilers for a whole day.
That was hard.
It was really hard. But we managed to do that. And so Beck was getting it a day late, our reactions, but we voiced it. And she was very sweet in her response.
Oh, absolutely.
But we felt that strongly about it because I think we can all relate to that unrequited love moment, or that putting it all out there for someone and just getting it was the shock of it all, I think.
I think that's what it was.
I think Beck's been one of those people that has been very polarizing in the experiment, but I think she got a lot of empathy because A, she has come out and said I'm a flawed person and she's tried to own it, and B, the emotion was just so honest and raw that if you didn't have a moment of empathy for her, you need to check your pulse.
Oh, I think so too. I agree, Carly. I think that was, again, my other moment where I was really shocked. I think I had my mouth and I was like, what? I'm like, I understand, there has been a lot of challenges, in their relationship through the show, but like you said, I think everyone knows that kind of feeling, the unrequited love of like, you know, really thinking too it's going to go another way and feeling really blindsided.
And I will say this, like, that relationship hasn't made a lot of sense at times to us as viewers. And I am going to get Beck on the podcast to unpack it more, but there are some things that I think we weren't privy to. Like, I think that we weren't shown the lighter side to their relationship and Denny actually really leaning into Beck. I think that there was a bit of editing at play to make it look like she was kind of chasing him all over the place a lot. Yeah. But, you know, she did say my gut feeling was that he wasn't, you know, going that way with me and feeling the same way. And I know she dropped the L-bomb, but in saying that, like, he would appease her. So what are you going to do? Like, and he was staying in the experiment. So
he did. He was there right till the end. Like, it does lead you to think, like, you know, like he's in it with Beck there. Yeah. Like, I think you're right. I think there was that real feeling that she was probably really blindsided and just thought that it was not going to go that way.
Yeah. Oh my God, the proposal with Stella and Philip.
Yes. How could we forget that? That was a beautiful moment.
Honestly, like, it was just so nice because of all the drama this season and how toxic it got at times. It was genuinely nice to see some love found. And
it
look,
really was.
At this point, like, all of the skepticism had left my body about, oh, you've only known each other 3 months. This feels a bit fast. But I was like, you know what? We needed this. Thank God.
We needed this.
And you better make it down that aisle. And you better have a million babies together.
I love
and
that.
it better be happy because we have been through it together.
We've been through it together. It was an endurance race to get through this season of MAFS, Carly. What do you think? I thought it was a long slog, but I'm like, we're invested. We have got to get to the end. And I think you're right. When we saw Stella and Philip, I thought, oh, some love, a happy moment.
God,
the experiment worked.
It was worth it. It was worth all the manipulation and toxicity from Gia to get our Philip and Stella.
They got there in the end, I think, honestly.
It was genuinely nice. And you and I were talking about this because we are long-term MAFS viewers.
We are.
Like early days.
Early days.
And for those that aren't, and I know there's a few people that have just jumped on in the last couple of years, it was such a different show back then. It really was about the couples and it was very couple-centered. In the early days of MAFS, like I'm talking early seasons, they used to live in the couple's apartment that they lived in their lives.
Yes. This is coming back to me because I do remember there was a lot more interaction.
So it wasn't this whole putting them all in an apartment and letting the infighting happen. It was they would be in the Gold Coast around their friends and family. Like they were genuinely so separated. And I think people forget, like, and the dynamics have changed so much. And like, so of course it was couple centric because you would then check in at the Gold Coast and be like, how's this couple doing? And then it was like they were building lives together in their genuine lives.
Absolutely.
Whereas now, you know, and obviously that was like, I'm talking early seasons. Yeah, we just want to see the love still.
We do. I think that was the premise of the show is like people that may have had challenges or difficulties like finding relationships or finding something, you know, looking for commitment and they weren't finding that in their outside world, I guess, from the show. Like, so that's, again, we're big romantics at heart and you want to see it work and it develop. And like you said, I think just seeing Stella and Philip too at the end, like just that moment too, Carly, when, you know, Philip got down on one knee and proposed. I was like, that's what this is about, this long slog of an endurance exercise. They got there. And honestly, I did shed a little bit of a tear.
I know, we both did. It was beautiful, wasn't it?
It was a really nice moment.
Well, that is MAFS Unpacked. So that's on the stack. Now, the other thing we want to quickly unpack from the Unpacked stack is our girls' trip here in Melbourne. I feel like you're my girls' trip buddy. Like, we've been overseas together. We travel really well together, which some friendships can't handle it.
No, that can really make or break a friendship.
It absolutely can. But I just still think, and even as a married woman, I just think girls' trips are so important.
They are so important. And Kylie, what I've always noticed is, like you said, no, you are married, but I think the greatest thing too is you've always made time for friends too. Always. And like always been able to come on these trips. And that's something I really admire. I think it's really an important thing. Like it's, of course, it's amazing to have to be married to and have your partner too, and for him to to people to feel included and come along too. But I just think it's such a really nice thing to know that like we can still catch up.
Now unpacking the Melbourne trip though.
Melbourne trip, yes.
So we got like a really cheap deal for a really fancy
good
hotel.
deal.
It's like a 5. We're staying at the Stanford because we're staying. What is it? Tuesday to Friday.
Tuesday to Friday.
So
Great little window to get into there.
Because it's like odd days. We got it really cheap. And it is fancy here.
Oh, it's like not what I'm used to.
No,
I mean, yeah.
We were in the fluffy
Real
robes
treat.
last night, ordering room service. Like we were living
it up.
It was good. But one thing when I was filling out the booking, I put a note because you know how hotels say, you know, is there any special requirements? And I thought, well, it's a 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go for it. So
Yes.
I didn't know what to put. So I panicked and put, it's my friend Gemma's birthday because I thought they'll give us like maybe something. I don't know. As soon as you checked in, they're like, happy birthday. And you're like, what?
I was like, what? I had a real moment where I forgot that Carly had put that in the special request. I was like,
Thank God I told you, by the way, because I did have
Thank
a moment of
goodness.
like, oh, should I mention it to her or not? Because maybe they won't do anything and we'll be disappointed. So yeah, and you had to have this like moment.
I had to think quick, and I think, thank goodness for my improv that I used to do in drama lesson. I thought I had to come through. I was like, oh, thank you so much. That's really sweet.
And then I felt bad for the lie because we get up here. Well, you get up to the room first and tell everyone what you saw.
Well, as I came through the door, I was presented with a beautiful cake. It did turn out to be tiramisu.
Which we don't love.
Not a favourite, but
this was like good tiramisu.
this was good tiramisu, like layered cake, a beautiful strawberries. They'd even put candles on the cake, which we discovered were edible
candles.
Edible candles.
White
They were
chocolate.
beautiful.
Genius. I've never heard of edible
never
candles.
heard of them, and so I liked that idea.
And that could have saved a lot of people's hair in the 80s.
That really
with that
could have.
hairspray.
Absolutely. So I was absolutely shocked, but it was a really
But the
beautiful.
card did it for me. And
The
this is where
card
I actually
is-
felt
yeah.
guilty for the lie. Actually, let's get the card and read
Shall
it
we
out,
get the
Gemma.
card?
It's probably in a special place.
It's in a special place. I think I put it in my room somewhere as to not lose it. Let's see if we can find that. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Carly. She's brought over the card. Now,
This is handwritten. you guys.
handwritten. And my first thought was, I don't think I've received a card this nice really ever. I mean, sorry to Shade family out there, but this is lovely. From people I don't know. So if you'd like to hear the card, it says, Happy birthday, Gemma. Thank you for staying at the Stanford Plaza, Melbourne. We are thrilled to celebrate this special occasion with you. May your stay be filled with joy, relaxation, and unforgettable moments. Wishing you a fantastic year ahead, filled with happiness, success, and exciting adventures. Enjoy your special day. Warmest regards, the Stanford Plaza, Melbourne.
Okay, now just
Carly.
turn that card around, and for those that are watching this,
If anyone
look
can
how
see,
beautiful and handwritten that is.
Look
They've
at
used
this.
every inch of that card.
They
and the
have.
thing that did it for me was they've used a ruler to make sure, and
Yes.
I reckon that's not the first copy because of how beautiful it's written.
wonder.
Now I feel
Yeah.
bad, Gemma, because now
I
they've
know.
taken this so to heart.
heart.
But then I'm also like, another thought was like, are they going to charge us for the cake?
I know we had that thought. Will they charge us? Oh, you know what?
They do have our card downstairs.
They do.
Can I tell you another weird thing that happened? We turned on the TV the other day, and because the booking's
Yeah.
under my name, for some reason, and maybe this might have something to do with the special treatment, I don't know how this happened. I definitely didn't lie about this, guys, so do not come for me. But I've been booked as Dr. Porch.
I know.
So I don't know how that happened, but maybe they're like, they're doctors, they save lives, we need to do this. I don't know.
I wonder. I did see that on the TV.
But either way, it was just so touching and
It was
lovely.
a really
And
lovely
then
gesture.
I had this guilt because, like, to be honest, we were just trying to get a little freebie. Like, I was thinking maybe
I
a
know.
cheap bottle of wine, maybe
Yeah.
at the best. And that would have been best case scenario. I didn't expect handwritten note. Like, it
It
was
was
so
very heartfelt,
genuine.
very thoughtful. Yeah.
And now I feel a bit like bad for lying. Do you?
No, I feel there was a little sense of that, but I just
But
think
it is technically your birthday
It's a bit of a month later, but I think I appreciated that.
And then I thought, oh my God, lucky they have my birthday downstairs, my date of birth, not yours.
I
'Cause
almost thought that too.
imagine if we got would you come clean? I'd feel bad.
I think I'd let it go. I think I'd keep the lie going.
Well, it
I
was
would
a
keep
month
it
ago.
going. You know, I think you know what I think. I think a lot of people might do things like this. I'd be interested to know how many people would put little special requests just to see what they could
I
get.
do it
I
every
think they
now
could
and
do
again.
it.
And you know what? It's so rarely it's so rare that hotels actually ever do it. And to be honest, like,
That's true, yeah.
I totally get why they don't always do it. It's
Absolutely.
like, A, who's paying for this stuff?
Who's paying for
You
the
know what I
cake?
mean? Who's paying for the cake in this
Yeah.
economy? And
Yeah.
B, you can't cater to every single person's whim, you know?
Well, that's right. No, I agree.
But maybe they're just like, this girl's a medical professional. We might need to call on her
We
if
might
there's
need
a
to call her.
hotel emergency.
Exactly.
We've got to keep her happy.
Absolutely. She
and
could be
fed.
saving lives here. Like, yeah.
Anyway, so I definitely didn't lie about the doctor thing, but I feel like we've definitely misrepresented ourselves.
I think so. As I said, I'm not used to this sort of treatment here. Like,
and now it's
yeah.
making sense. They think that we're doctors, celebrating a birthday.
Yeah.
I just love that we didn't even plan anything for this trip. We never plan
No.
things, do we?
We overly don't. And you know what? I was telling Carly earlier, when I used to go on trips, I'm pretty casual in my usual day-to-day life, but on trips, I would have things planned to a T. I think...
Me too,
yeah,
actually.
I
but
really was. Like,
we
this
always
time-
just do if we want to sleep in, if we
Yep,
want to go for
I love
breakfast.
that.
And I don't know, it just never feels like we're waiting for each other or we're... I think it's also
No.
we both have ADHD, so
That's
we're both
right.
going to be late regardless and give each other the grace.
We give each other plenty of time, which I appreciate. I really
know,
do.
That's probably why, you know. It's like our ADHD. They need. You know what? That's a good business idea. ADHD
Yes.
holidays.
Yeah,
where you don't have like a
amazing.
set routine. You don't have a time you
Yes.
need to be down.
I
but
love
then it also
that.
gives me anxiety. No, like it is a
Yeah.
little too chaotic. You need.
I know,
some-
you need some structure, you know.
But I think we've struck the right balance of like having the
so.
right structure, doing
Yeah.
enough things that we don't feel like we've missed the opportunity, but
Exactly.
without rushing around and always getting ready for something, always going to something, or going there,
Exactly.
taking a photo, ticking a box, leaving. Okay, so we've unpacked the MAFS and
We
the Melbourne
have,
trip. Now
yes.
let's dive into the DMs.
Let's dive into the DMs.
So I deliberately picked one that was
Yeah.
about friendship dynamics.
Oh,
Because I
nice,
thought, you
nice.
know, obviously
Yes,
having you
very
on
fitting.
here. Okay. And also, you're a counsellor, so I feel like it's a little
Oh
treat.
no, I've got the
for
pressure
people
on me now. Please don't listen to this advice.
to have actual qualified advice for this segment. I've always suspected my best friend's husband didn't like me. He's always been weird towards me, so I decided to ask my friend, and she told me not only did he not like me, but he thinks we shouldn't be friends. This has made me feel super awkward. I feel like I haven't done anything to him for him to feel this way, but now it makes me not want to go around to their place, and I'm a little annoyed at my friend for telling me this. Am I overreacting?
In all honesty, my first thought is I don't think she's overreacting. I feel like you said, she feels that she hasn't done anything to warrant this kind
Yeah.
of behaviour and feeling from her friend's husband. So I think I would probably want to talk further to the friend and ask, what is it? I guess it's hard saying, what is it about me you don't like? But it's like trying to unpack that and find out, well, what is it? Has she done something he doesn't like?
Yeah.
Or you need to get to the bottom
Can
of
I
this.
say something controversial?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
I don't think it's anything the friend's done. I think it's the friendship. I think this is a red flag from him. I think
Yeah,
it's
that's a good way to look at
controlling
it.
behaviour.
Yes.
I just feel like that is, you know, and again, we don't know the full backstory
That's
here,
right.
but that is controlling behaviour to tell someone to not be friends with someone for starters.
I think so.
Like, fair enough if that person's leading you down a dark path and it's affecting
Yeah.
your life negatively.
That's right.
And it's, you know, your partner's like, hey, this person's not leading you to making great choices. Maybe
Yep.
reevaluate that relationship. And again, it's hard to go off this because we don't have the whole scope.
Yes.
But they were obviously friends. That's her best friend before she was in this relationship.
Yes.
And obviously they're close if they're best friends. And
Yeah.
that to me feels like jealousy. It feels like control issues.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel good. If there's not a big issue that's happened between them, and even if there was, you need to respect the friendship.
I guess sometimes it's hard without other context, but I think maybe you're right. I think it could be a red flag that could he be threatened?
Well, you could actually technically diagnose this, Gemma. I can't.
Oh no, I
It
know.
always comes up with a narcissism diagnosis,
I
isn't it?
know. I
It's
know.
always
It
narcissism.
starts to go that
In
way.
all
Is that the
honesty,
key?
when
Yeah.
you're dealing with people, and obviously
Yes.
you've got confidentiality, we
Official,
don't want to go
yeah.
in. But
Yeah.
I feel like every time someone displays bad behaviour, everyone goes, narcissist. But how often is it genuine narcissist, in your professional opinion, do you think?
Ooh, maybe not as much as people might think.
Yeah.
I
Because how
think,
common are
yeah.
narcissists? I'm like,
Narcissists,
how-
good
'cause
question.
all of a sudden I feel like
Like-
narcissists are everywhere.
Yeah, I think, of course, there are people who are displaying definitely some narcissistic behaviours.
But to be an actual diagnosed narcissist, like, is
Ooh,
that
I think-
common?
maybe, I don't know, as common, but I think obviously there can be those diagnoses. I guess what I see probably is a lot more of things such as, I guess, like borderline personality disorder or things such as anxiety or depression, but it's people at times that may have gone through certain experiences in their life and they're feeling very dysregulated, and that's that's a big thing. It's just people that have felt very dysregulated. They're having difficulties managing their emotions, and so then sometimes all of like their different relationships, it comes across in all their interactions with different people.
So they're not necessarily a narcissist, they're just displaying poor behaviour because they've got so much going on. And this isn't, by the way, we're not excusing bad behaviour.
No, that's important. We're not excusing bad behaviour.
Toxic.
Yeah, and like you said, of course there are going to be people that do have narcissistic tendencies. I think that can be common at times too.
But it's almost become a buzzword.
It has. I think it's a bit of a buzzword, but I think usually I would like to say most of the time there's something else going on for people. And
so, with that being said, it sounds like your husband's a narcissist and your best friend's perfect.
There you go. Take it. You heard it here, everyone.
Diagnosed by a certified counsellor. Okay, I might be paraphrasing a bit there. Okay, let's quickly do this one. Okay. Because, and you're a single gal, by the way.
Yes, single gal.
So we're getting both sides of the relationship spectrum.
Yes.
Why couldn't I say that word?
That's okay.
I like a guy at my work. I found out he is single. He works in a different department. So we don't work closely together. So I don't see him much. But I wanted to make a move. I actually don't know how, though. I can't get him out of my head for some reason. Do I just leave it or make a move?
Oh, that's a tricky one, Kylie. I always think sometimes you've got to shoot your shot. I'm a big believer that life is too short.
Yeah.
And sometimes you've got to make things happen. Like whether you orchestrate a walk by or you somehow, I didn't want to say show up in his office too much. That looks a bit shady. But I think sometimes you've got to tread carefully. I think the important factor here that's mentioned is they're not working in the same department. It's not like he's a boss of her or things.
Yeah.
But I think if it becomes awkward, then that's a concern. Like if she does sort of approach him in that way and he kind of, I guess, turns her down, that could become a bit awkward. If they see each other in the workplace, that could be uncomfortable. Even I think relationships in the workplace, what if they don't always work out and then you've got to see them?
I know.
That can be tricky. But you know what I say, girl? I say shoot your shot. I think make it happen. I think...
What does that look like though, Gem?
That's a good question. I wonder, because if there's things that happen in the workplace, like are there work
if this
drinks?
Is you, what are you doing?
Oh, good question. I would see if there's certain events where they may be at, like if there's a work drink event, some offices have that. Somewhere where he may be, get a bit of a chat going and just feel things out a bit. It sounds like she does know he is actually single. Yeah. I think do it kind of subtly, like in a bit more of a group setting, so it's not too uncomfortable where it's kind of one-on-one. Yeah. And start building something up from there. And then, I don't know, what do you think? What would you do?
No, I agree with that advice. I do. If she's got this feeling, it's a part of me's like, I know what happens when you get something in your head.
Yes.
You have to scratch the itch, right? And that doesn't go, that you shouldn't do that with everything. Like
No, I think there've got to be boundaries.
There's boundaries there. You shouldn't listen to every voice that pops into your head and every urge.
Yeah.
No, but I definitely think like, she's thinking about it for a reason. He's left an impression on her for a reason. Yeah. And I think she needs to definitely scratch the itch, even if it doesn't work out. So she doesn't I think the worst place with anything is the not knowing of anything.
Yes,
I think that's always the worst place to be. Mm-hmm. Even if you're in a hard time, it's like, well, I know what I'm dealing with and it's hard and I've got to get through this. But I think sometimes some of the worst things that I've dealt with has been uncertainty.
Absolutely.
And I think, and I know
agree.
this is taking it in a totally different direction and it's not that deep, but I definitely think that living with uncertainty and the what if is actually harder than sometimes just knowing the result.
Oh, absolutely.
And I do think you raise a good point. It's about how you do it. Like going in there being like, I need to go on a date with you.
I know, all guns blazing.
Just so I can find out if we're soulmates.
I know. It's like, don't freak the poor guy out here.
No, but I think she needs to pursue it if she's got this feeling. And I just think women's intuition is a real thing.
I 100%
Like
agree with intuition.
you meet, think about how many people in your life you meet.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you just get a feeling about something, like I just truly believe in the power of women's intuition. Like it's
Absolutely.
understudied, to be honest.
It
and
really is.
it really, unlike like a lot of things with women.
Yes, yeah, and that's another story.
We've
We're
had
going
those
down that path.
conversations this weekend.
Yes.
No, but I definitely think if you've got this feeling about it, you need to
Yeah.
pursue it. Like trust your gut.
I
and
agree.
if it ends up being nothing, then you know. You know what
do.
you're dealing with.
Exactly.
Now let's do what we're loving and what we're hating,
yes.
Gem. Okay, you can go first.
I can go first.
Special guest.
What do we do? I do loving first, or what am I hating?
We'll start with the positive.
The positive. Okay, the positive is I'm loving being on this girls trip. I
Oh,
must
me
say,
too.
like as I've said, sometimes it's hard to get it out of the chat. You like, the group chat. Let's make it happen.
You are good at that. I feel like this. And by the way, I should say, I live in Perth. You live in Wagga Wagga.
I do. Yes.
And we have kept our friendship going.
We have,
And
honestly.
we were,
it's been a
I
long
would say later
time.
in life friends. Not
We
to,
are, yes.
Like, I need to preface this too because we met when I was living in Griffith
That's
through mutual
right.
friends, and
Yes.
we just connected. We were on a friends trip with like mutual friends.
Yeah. Yep.
And we just clicked.
We
And
did,
you were
yes.
living. You weren't even living where I was living.
No, I'm
but
thinking,
somehow
yeah.
we've always had a long distance friend. This
We
has just
have.
occurred
That's so
to me.
true. We're on a long
We
distance
have
friendship.
always had a long distance friendship.
We have.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the key.
We got a bit of space.
Next door, we'd be like, oh my
I know
God.
she's it takes a long time to get to Perth from Wagga. She's a long distance away. All right,
That's the key to a good lasting
key.
friendship. Do not live near
Absolutely.
each
Do
other.
not
Do not be in
live.
constant contact. No, but that is that just clicked for me
There you
though.
go. It did
We've
for me
actually
too.
really prioritized this
we
friendship.
have. I really
I
think we
love
have
that.
too. Like, and because in the time we have been friends, like you've lived in different states, different
Yeah.
areas. I guess Perth is probably the furthest, like we've between us, like in
And look,
distance. But
Rex, you need to up your game with Wagga. It's not
I
easy
know
for us.
that wasn't easy.
It's been an expensive friendship.
It's an
too,
expensive
Gemma.
friendship. I know, but that's okay.
it's come
It's
back
worth
tenfold.
it.
It is
has
worth
come
it.
back tenfold, definitely.
But I think you make a good point about getting out of the group chat. I think that's one thing I've always appreciated about us is we have always gotten out of the group. That all of our
Yes.
friendships been out of the group chat, to be honest. Like we do
Yeah,
chat,
true. Yeah,
but we're always thinking like, how can we keep this going?
Absolutely,
But not in a
I
way
think
that feels pressure. It's
no,
like
no. It's
I think we hang out at least twice a year.
yeah, absolutely, and I
But
think
we
that's
do
pretty
quality
good.
time.
Yeah, that's the
Like-
big thing that it's about. And I always think it shows a really good friendship where you may not see each other all the time. There could be it could be a long time before people, you chat at times, but when you do see each other, it feels just the same as it always
It
has. And you
does,
can connect
yeah.
quite easily. And yeah, like we could be up talking for hours about
Oh my
things,
God,
couldn't
we
we?
are. We
certainly yeah.
We do.
So we certainly do there, but I think that's okay. I think you just know, like you said, within intuition, there's obviously like we can relate on a lot of things.
Yeah.
We've got some similar interests, and like I said, I don't think there's pressure though. I think it's
No,
never
it does feel
just
very
seems to work,
natural,
doesn't it?
And it's funny, like last night we were going through Facebook memories of all things.
Oh, yes.
And we actually, for some reason, were on that friends trip that we first met, which
Yeah.
was God, how many years
This
ago
was
now?
literally, I feel like it was 2015.
Yeah, a long time now. I don't
Yeah.
want to do the maths on that. That's scary. But for some reason, the first moment we had our first conversation, and we were even joking about this because this is
Yeah.
back when you'd upload a full
Yes,
album of
a
photos.
full
And
album.
we were saying how much we missed that because when we're going through these photos, it was like 33 photos from this
know,
trip
this
of us
trip.
on this
Some
houseboat
interesting
with
shots
friends.
there.
And none of them are flattering and they're not curated. No one was posing. It was someone,
No.
it was our friend Sam because it was her
Yeah,
birthday
it was her
weekend.
birthday weekend.
Just taking photos of everyone, and someone had taken weirdly a lot of
lot
photos
of it. Who-
of our first
yeah.
conversation.
They did, and like
And we're sitting in the back of this little dinghy
we
boat.
were sitting in the back of a dinghy boat that was still attached. So we were in a houseboat. It was a houseboat trip
Yeah.
with friends, and there was a rope connected to the houseboat. But we weren't sailing.
And
None
I
of us
remember
could.
you were sitting in there by yourself, and I didn't know everyone's like you guys had all. You were all from the same small town, so you all had these
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
long running connections. And I remember you were sitting there by yourself, and like again, everyone made me feel super comfortable,
Yeah.
and I felt comfortable on the
definitely.
trip. But I didn't know you. You were like the one person I didn't really know that
Yeah,
well.
that's
You
right,
and your
yep.
friend Steph, who you'd come with.
Yep.
And I remember thinking like. Oh, I want to, there's something about it I want to get to know. And I saw you
Oh,
sitting
there
in the
you
boat by
go.
yourself.
I
And I
wonder
just,
what I was doing there by myself in
I
a
think-
boat.
I think Steph, no, you love the sun. So I think you're doing a bit of sunbaking.
A bit of sunbaking in the boat.
It's kind of ballsy of me. I remember just seeing you sitting there by yourself, and I just thought, I want to go talk to her. And I remember I climbed in the boat, and it is a nerve-wracking thing approaching anyone for a conversation you don't know, because you don't know how it's going to be received.
Oh, absolutely.
And I remember the second I sat down next to you, you just started chatting, and we're chatters. And
Big
were in the back of that boat. And we were trauma dumping from the get-go. We were like, and I love that. I love that when you don't come in with the small talk, it's like.
This is what I always say, Carly. Sorry to interrupt, but I always say I need a T-shirt that says, please no small talk. I'm like, I need the real nitty gritty. Get in there. Tell me your dramas.
There's so many photos in the back of this thing. It was like probably hours between each photos of us.
I was like, who was taking the photos, Carly, of us? There's quite a few shots.
But we didn't know until last night, and we're going through them. We're like, oh my God, this is the very first conversation we ever had with each other.
Literally captured on film.
I know.
Yeah,
and
we
look,
had it.
let's be honest, they weren't flattering photos.
No, I mean, I was in a pretty
I was a
strange.
redhead in the sun. You didn't put two and two together.
I was wearing
looking
a very
quite
odd.
Rudy.
I was in a very odd pair of swimmers, and not a great angle for
and
me.
I think I'd come out of the water, and I had like this wet, shaggy, like my hair doesn't do well.
Just natural.
Post water.
The days of we were caught
we were
in that
it.
moment, weren't we?
But you know what? People don't do that enough now. People go, oh, it's such a big deal to get a photo. And looking at that photo, I was like, oh my God, I actually didn't know this was being taken at the time. I forgot about this photo. And I don't know, like seeing that genuine moment being captured, I think we need to go back to that. I think we need to let's not bring back the Nights Out Facebook full albums.
No, yes.
But
we need an element of it though, don't we?
We need a middle ground.
A little middle ground.
Between,
I agree.
like, even you and I taking some photos on this trip, like, you know, how many photos did we take?
Oh, we took a lot yesterday. We did some good we've got some good vlogging content though, I must say.
Maybe I'll upload that.
I think we should. I feel, us in the wild, taking on Melbourne.
So yeah, you know what, we're sharing the love. I'm loving this Melbourne trip too.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I think our love is the same. We've just loved this Melbourne trip.
Love the Melbourne
to
trip.
go on about it, guys. I know this is a bit of a punish, especially in this economy. Even we were like, okay, guys, this might be our last
little Larry here, us at these hotels.
In the 4 or 5, what is it, 5 stars?
Five-star hotel.
Was I calling it a 4-star hotel this whole time? I can't remember.
No, I'm sure you said 5-star.
Did
like
I?
it was 5-star hotel.
Okay, yeah. I don't
not
even
really
know
my
how many
wheelhouse
stars.
typically.
Well, I'm a doctor, you know. I should know
you
these
are a
things.
doctor though, so Carly is used to
And
this.
you are celebrating another.
I'm
year on
celebrating
this,
another birthday, an extra. It's been a birthday month.
Can I say one thing I'm hating?
You tell me. What are you hating at the moment?
So again, sorry to harp on about this Melbourne trip, but it's our whole personality why we're here.
It is. Melbourne gals.
We'll tell you where you can get good spaghetti.
Yeah.
I gave my first 1-star Uber, and I never do that. And you know what? On reflection, I feel like I was probably too harsh. But let me tell you what happened.
Tell me what happened.
So I packed heavy this time. Well, let's be honest, this time I always pack heavy. Let's be honest. Let's just, you know me, I can't lie to you.
We need a few outfits.
Yes. So I had a big heavy carry-on with the podcasting gear in it.
Yep.
You know, that was worth it because here we are.
But
yeah, so I had my podcast thing, I had my backpack, and I had my big suitcase. It was full, right? It's heavy. And the Uber pulls up, and I don't know if this is entitled of me, but I go to get in and I open the door, and the guy's just like on the phone ignoring me.
Oh, okay.
And then, which again, I'm not someone that complains about Uber drivers on the phone. I could not care less, to be honest. Like, it does not bother me in the slightest. So then I'm kind of like getting his attention. Yeah. I'm like, hello. And he looks so bothered.
Oh,
and I was like, can you, I've got these bags. And again, am I entitled? And then he just looks, and then he just like pops the boot, and then like does it, and then goes back to his conversation. So then I go around, and this boot was so big. And so I'm like awkwardly trying to get these. And obviously I've got the gear, which is breakable. So I'm trying to like, and I'm not someone that's like, everyone has to serve me or whatever.
Yeah. No, of course
But anyway, so I'm just like, okay, fine. So I get the things in, but I'm a bit annoyed, to be honest. And then he just is on the phone. Again, the phone wasn't the issue. It was just the, not wanting to help me. So then we pull up, and he doesn't pull up, like, he pulls up a little bit near the hotel. But again, now I've got to get the bags out, and he stopped like awkwardly kind of in the middle of the street. Like, it was a laneway.
So making it not easy to get through.
Not easy. And then I've got to get all the things out the gutter. So then we kind of stop. And again, he just doesn't acknowledge it. He just stops the car. And then I was like, and then I was like, oh, can you pop the boot? And then he just pops the boot.
Yeah.
And so then I'm just like trying to get all of the stuff out. But I'm like being like real awkward. And then he almost like drives off as I'm still trying to like get the stuff out, as in like hurry up.
Oh,
but I'm trying to be gentle with
yeah.
it because I'm like, and I know he wants to get to his next thing, but I was like, if you help me get it out, it probably would have been like
a bit quicker actually in the end.
It was the almost driving off for me when I was like, wait. Yeah. I just gave him 1 star like straight away. Like it was I'm annoyed reaction. But then I felt a little guilty because I was like, what if he has back issues or whatever? Was I a bit harsh? Am I an a-hole for doing that? Because like, to be honest, like their job is to drive me from A to B, like not, lug my crap around. I don't know. Like, and then I thought that is a grey area. I don't know. And then I went back in because I felt bad to change it, but I don't think you can change it.
I love that,
I don't know why.
It's like I had my rage moment.
I literally thought, oh my God, have I just gone full diva and been like, you need to get my, I don't know. Like I did have to have a moment of self-awareness and be like, what if he does have a bad back or something, like, I don't know. Yeah, and maybe I've just been spoiled with all the Uber drivers that have helped me.
See, a lot
with the bags.
We'll see a lot that I've had Uber drivers over the
years. And he was a young guy, by the way. I wouldn't expect an older.
So they've always put my bag into the boot and taken it back out for me and put it on the curb for me.
I know, but I just think it's like an unwritten thing where I'm like, have I just made a presumption here? And am I in the wrong here? Like, am I the
actually
asshole
don't
here?
think you are. I'm going to back you on this,
Of course
Carly.
you are, but you're going to enable me. I feel like you're enabling my diva ways.
Oh, no, but I think you're onto I think, like you said, he's earning a good amount of money from taking you from the airport into Melbourne. Like, that's still decent money compared to, like, say, a 10, 15-minute ride around the CBD in Melbourne. I think that's fair for you to have expected that.
And you're like, Carly, what are you hating here? Okay. I don't know. Like I'm hating on myself a little bit for it because I don't know why. I just afterwards, because I had my little rage moment where straight away I went 1 star, and it takes a lot for me to give a 1 star. I just thought, I don't know. Maybe I was being a bit diva, to be honest. I don't know.
I'm going to back you on it. I'm going to back you. I think you're right to feel annoyed by that. But what I will say was, which I'm actually not used to, one of the concierge from the hotel, they came out and they actually helped bring my bag in to the lobby.
I didn't get that.
You didn't get. Oh, well,
yes. That's where my hate is. There
we are. We've started.
Hotel.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. And I'm a doctor, guys.
Yeah,
come on.
Carly's a doctor.
I could have some medical equipment.
Exactly. So I must say they were really great, and I'm not used to it. So I was like, is it all right? Do you want me to bring it in the rest of the way? Because I'm not used to people taking my bags at hotels. Like this is not really, what I'm used to.
I know. Maybe it's like I booked a 5-star hotel. It went to my head, and I thought, well, I'm paying good money.
I'm paying good money here. Yeah, I need
to bring it back down to earth.
We've got to. I'll hit right back down when I touch down in Wagga. Back to reality tomorrow afternoon.
And I think also it was like, damn, why did I pack so much crap? Like I should have. The hate is with me, guys. Unfair hate. What are you hating?
I'm hating something that's probably not very controversial. And if this is the worst of my concerns, I'm doing okay.
Yep.
But you know what I found since we've been in Melbourne? I cannot get a Coke Zero from a restaurant.
This has been a weird thing because I feel like
Coke
so Zero is pinnacle. Like it's.
What are they doing in Victoria?
It's like the most common brand in the world.
It is. Like this, and I understand.
It's living up to its name.
It certainly is. I mean, I understand some restaurants will serve like Pepsi instead of Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
So I get it. But most places, like I found about the 3 or 4 places I've been to, I just want a Coke Zero.
That's all I want. A Coke Zero, guys.
I want a Coke Zero.
To be fair, the place we went for lunch yesterday only had Italian Coke because they were Italian.
They were Italian.
And you actually liked the Italian Coke.
I did quite like it. I must say, I like an Italian Coke. And they put the lemon in it and I love it. I love that. It was crisp. And have you ever tried like a lemon in your Coke, Carly? Do you put a lemon in your Coke?
No, but like, because obviously I'm not used to that level of like extraness.
Oh, okay,
but
yes.
I can appreciate
You've got to
it.
try
but like,
it.
I'm not going to go out of my way and buy a lemon and have that at home.
Cut it up just to put in the Coke.
I need to start elevating my life a little bit.
It's great like that.
But you know what's crazy, guys? Speaking of being in a 5-star hotel, when we indulged and ordered room service last night and watched MAFS because we're like, you know what, we could go to a fancy restaurant, but like this is the ultimate fanciness to us. Eating in a white robe. And like, when else in life can you have someone cook you a hot meal, bring it to you, and then take the dish. I mean, look, that is my husband, but
Yeah, I love it.
my husband's
A
sitting
plus,
this going,
Russell.
Carly, what the hell?
Yeah, he's the real MVP.
He really is, and he does that for both of us.
He does. Russell's great. I mean, he
Yeah.
makes a good pizza. I'll say that.
I know.
It's doing
I
one
love
of the
you
best
putting in your
pizzas I've
request as
had.
soon as you come round.
I know I did, didn't I?
He does say
Oh.
sometimes when you come to visit, he's like, okay, another person to look after. And we do
I
ham
love,
it up. We do love it, don't we?
We do.
We
but
love
that's
sitting
the
up there.
thing. Like if you're so accommodating to people,
Well,
they
you
may
know, he
take
does it to
advantage.
himself.
I
He
know,
knows
he
his
does. I
boundary.
mean, Russell, please, you've done it to yourself here. Like,
That's where we do get our Coke Zeros.
yeah, yes, Coke Zeros.
No,
there.
but
yeah.
so yeah, staying at this like 5-star fancy hotel when we ordered room service and I was putting in the order, you said, oh, can I get a French martini, which is very
Yes,
fancy,
we
right?
love a French
and I said, oh, we
martini.
don't normally do that, but sure, we can do it.
Yeah,
and
I
for
love
some
that.
reason, the guy was like, would you like 3? And I said no, and then 3 arrived.
We had 3 French martinis.
But we weren't mad about it.
Yeah.
But when I said, oh, can I get Coke Zero?
Oh, yes.
He said, oh, no, we've only got Pepsi. And this has been a running theme of the trip.
A running theme. What are the Victorians doing? Is this just Melbourne? Outside of in other smaller areas of Victoria, can you get a Coke Zero?
I know.
Where are the Coke Zeros?
Maybe that's our mission for today. We'll go get you a Coke Zero.
I have got to get a Coke
you
Zero.
Gotta scratch that itch.
I mean, I know there'll be there's a lot of Easy Marts around here,
Yeah.
or there's Woolworths, but I swear I'm getting a Coke Zero. It's been a couple of days without it,
Yeah.
and I need it. I need them now.
I know. I mean, you can get tiramisu for free here, but you
You
can't get
can.
Coke
You
Zero.
can't get
that
Coke
feels
Zero.
a little off kilter
A
to
little
me.
off kilter. And the minibar didn't have it either, Carly.
I know, that's crazy.
I have never seen a minibar without it.
I do think, like, to validate you, you're right. Like, there's been this running Pepsi theme. Like, it's like people are trying to
Pepsi?
push Pepsi onto us here. It's
I
like
know.
the whole city of Melbourne has, just like they rejected Colin Jackie O, they've rejected Coke Zero.
They rejected Coke Zero. I mean, what is it? Because even Carly, when you the lady said, "Is it okay with Pepsi Max?" and I didn't say what I
looked
wanted to
over,
say
I
out
know.
loud.
And
I
you
want to
know
say, no, it is not okay.
And you know what you ended up with?
I ended up with a 7-Up. I asked if there's no Coke Zero, can I have a Sprite? There was no Sprite.
either.
7-Up. But I must say, I liked the 7-Up.
Yeah.
It was similar. It's similar to Sprite. So
But I think with Melbourne, like, they are bougie and they are known for like bucking anything mainstream. So I
Mainstream.
feel
That
like Coke
must be
Zero
what
just
it
feels
is.
too basic and
too
mainstream.
basic, gal.
Which is why, you know, we could never be Melbourneites because we love the basic bitch stuff.
Exactly right.
To Sydney,
Yes,
Wagga Wagga, where we can get the Coke Zero with every other basic person that loves it.
I know. I need a shirt.
And Pepsi
Few of
Max,
them.
I will be honest, Pepsi Max does feel fancy. It feels exotic.
It's blasphemous, Carly.
I feel like Pepsi always feels fancy.
Pepsi.
Yes, because
Oh, actually-
Pepsi's always the one that had like big celebrities, like I think Michael Jackson, the Spice
Yes,
Girls. I always
actually.
think it's almost like a very Americanized thing,
It
Pepsi. And I know
is.
Coke is Hello America, but I don't know, Coke
Yeah.
has just always felt very basic. It's everywhere. Whereas when someone says
Yes.
Pepsi, I go, ooh, we fancy.
Pepsi, we're fancy up in here. Well, see, there's one time I will drink a Pepsi, and it's
Yeah.
the only place I'll drink a Pepsi from, the movies. If I
Yeah.
go to the movies, I don't know why it tastes different, but it's like you get a big cup of Pepsi with ice.
Yeah.
Stranger, it's the only place I can drink Pepsi, and I quite enjoy it. Anywhere else, no.
Can I just say, just to throw in another, I guess, something else in this conversation?
Yes.
I'm now on the Sunkist No Sugar bandwagon.
Yes. Big ups to the sun
We
kiss
should
like
have,
that.
that should have been our
Yes.
second option. Do you have Sunkist? No,
Sunkist.
they wouldn't have Sunkist here. It's Melbourne. They're not
No,
Sunkist.
They're not
It
Sunkist.
rains all the time
it
here.
rains 4 seasons in one day.
That pretty much wraps it up, doesn't it,
It
Gem?
does.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There's plenty more of where this come from. There's always things to unpack. There's always things to overshare about. And yeah, I'm going to get some guests on the pod coming up. The one I'm very excited about is Beck from MAFS.
Yes, exciting.
There's going to be a lot in that chat. And there's also a few other exciting things going on in the background. So as usual, thank you so much for your support. And that's it. Bye.
Bye, everyone.